But let's get onto the video of you being gassed out, because this is Viking Games, an event we do. Just gonna start off a little pulling a golf buggy.
So, yeah,
heavier
this
than
is-
it
this
looks.
is
Not gonna
that
lie, it's
event.
heavier than it
This
looks.
is some event that we do at Bay Point. You know, is actually, although like I make it look very difficult, trust me, it's a lot harder. Can you play the video?
I can play it.
Play the video, and I'll kind of explain what's going through my head right now. What's going through my head right now is, my God, I'm so fortunate I'm able to.
I had to speed it up because otherwise it'd be here for years.
Sped
Mate.
up.
That's
my natural
Bro,
speed.
not gonna lie. Did you see the way that you went to do a slide and nothing slid, bruv? It's because you need some weight to do a slide. Look.
What are you talking about?
You just like
look at that.
You just stopped in the ground.
The Viking Games were built for kind of like the
Vikings.
five.
They're built for Vikings.
They're built for the guy out of Lord of the Rings.
Not the Viking
the
sails.
Midget.
They're built for Vikings.
Look at that.
Look at that. Hop stepping over it as well.
I went to the shorter end as well.
Everyone struggled with this, and then you just mugged it right off.
I'm dying right here.
But I mean, this bit you was alright. Again, your bottom heavy somehow. I don't know how, but
right here, the reason why I was gassed is because
this is one of my favourite bits, bruv. Look how long it takes you to do anything.
It's difficult because,
and then here, bruv, how are you just swinging and not doing nothing?
It's difficult because, you know, when you're someone of my size and stature,
and you got those little arms to hold it up, it's tough.
I know. Little arms?
But I see them.
Arms are in proportion, so this is difficult because you have to have like a size 4 child feet to go through these.
But your arms remind you know when you go Chinese.
Those tires from.
You know when you go Chinese, you get them chopsticks, you break them in half, bruv.
No, I don't actually.
You don't?
But in Chinese, no.
That's them chopsticks.
So as you can see, look how fast I'm going through. This is why I'm gassed right now.
I'm having to speed up again. That's not that fast.
So I'm absolutely blazing through this. I just have
look at you at the end, though, man.
When you go as hard as I can, it's difficult. Let me take my top off so I can show everyone their belly.
Yeah, you did have a little belly at this point.
So this is what I call supermarkets.
You worked it off though. You have smashed it during lockdown.
Like I would take my top off for the camera, but it's not appropriate.
No.
But this is what I call supermarket sweep.
Are you walking backwards there? Or are you walking?
No, not even. You remember the times when your mum used to say, "Oh, take the shopping at the car."
Yeah.
So that's what happened here, but I just had to make 3 trips. So I wasn't built any other way. So
look, like I think everyone done pretty well. In fact, it was on
that bit.
No, on the whole Viking Games event. Like,
yeah, I think if you completed it, you did well.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think
everyone completed it. Everyone done pretty well.
I think it's more
this. I do like this because I mate shifted this, so it's like we just got 2 barn door handles, drilled them into a tire.
As a barn door.
Bro, they're big handles.
I wanted to drop that halfway through because I was like, my arms are so tired because I'm so hench.
Mm-hmm.
This is what.
Hold on.
This bit right here.
What happened there, bro?
Because you gave me one filled with beer. These ones are not filled with beer. No one else threw it. Look at that.
But everyone else threw them kegs.
But look how far I'm throwing it.
Look how you have to take it seriously after the first throw. You was like, oh, let me casually do it, and then you have to go for it.
Look at that. Nah, this is like it's like.
I think at this point everyone's done.
Everyone's done. So even like,
look at that time.
Like gripping the tire, for me was the bit that was exhausting me the most. I'm trying to grip it. I'm trying to move it. Do you know what? I can tell that's my barber in London that cut my hair. No one in Kent can fade hair like that. Yeah, at this point of the race, like I've got you in my ear, like you could do it. Because I was like, shut up, and I've got all these people watching me. Yeah,
this is the first one, so there's all the football going on still as well.
And you're like, run! Oh my God!
You're like,
my lights closed because I couldn't breathe. Right here, we needed St. John's ambulance.
Man, but everyone, there was no single person that was like, oh, that was easy, and I just smashed that, and I'm all right now. The recovery rate for everyone was about 10 minutes. Like, it was struggle city.
I saw people that I legit thought we needed an ambulance for. I'm like, are you asthmatic? No. Do you have any allergic kind of requirements that we didn't know about? No. Did you sign the waiver? Yes. Yeah,
the waiver had in it like that, like no injury from any obstacles, or if you passed out, or if you did fatal injury, dying. You signed your life away when you signed that waiver, but
apart from that, it's fine. Just if you want to just have a laugh, just run up and down,
rocking that cusp of death, bro.
Cusp of death, innit? If you want to live.
Everyone did smash it. And like I said, the second one got like twice as busy as the first one. Everyone still did well. There's more competitiveness. There was like more, like the first one was a bit more like family friendly.
Mhm.
The second one, bro, we had like a couple of PTs from different gym comes, and then they were like more competitive with themselves as well as competing with us lot, like the fitness team at Bay Point. And then we had someone representing Weight Watchers. They were competing, and it was more like there was two mixes. Because like I said, there's any ability turns up and they go for it. It's just how well you can do it.
I'm glad I wasn't there. I just feel like if it gets too competitive,
mate, it was at some point.
I would have been talking the most about when you start. If you don't start fast, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, because you would have just setting people up for
I'd
failure,
be setting them all up to fail. Because if it's competitive, why would I help them? I'd be like, yeah, the
Well, it
first.
depends because who you're representing. Like, no offense, you don't have like.
I know.
I know now you're part of the 8-point team. So
Team Bay Point, I'm doing sub 8 minutes.
Yeah,
Watch, yeah.
So I'm saying now you're coaching basketball for us. It's when it comes to the next Viking Games event, it will be me, you, and whoever from
I'll
our
tell you one thing.
will add like a mean score for that.
I know Scott did the second one.
Yeah, Scott did really well.
But I just couldn't let him beat me.
Yeah, there is that. There is that. Not like if you're in fitness, you don't want a person not in fitness to beat you.
Yeah.
But like,
didn't you say like he eats like a child as well? I'm not going to let someone that eats dairy dunkers.
Not gonna lie, mate. Scott either eats like a 12-year-old with dairy lunchables and dippers and dib dabs, and do you know what I mean? Or he eats like a 60-year-old having Werther's originals and crumpets. That's it. He don't have middle ground, bro. But I try and advise him on and he'll be coming on. We'll talk about nutrition at some point. We'll go through it all. You know what I mean?
But he did smash it though. To be fair,
fair play. He did smash it. Because again, a lot of it is the mentality where you're constantly going at something and you're constantly there's no rest, bro. You're running for 30 seconds, you've got the next obstacle. So I think it's good mentally if you're. For me, I can't be someone who's doing a long distance run. So when I'm doing this, I'm actually running a decent amount, but it's distracted by all these obstacles.
Oh god, yeah. Like,
it's not like Tough Mudder. Tough Mudder is too much running in between.
Too much running. It's too much faffing about. But this is more like you can see the next obstacle.
I mean, we'll go to the professional one.
Where's your ex?
But this is where I knew because this is the second time I've done it. So the first time, bro, I'm sweating out and I'm in trouble. Chris Ford was a little bit faster than I was, bro. You know what I mean? And then we got a different cameraman now. But yeah. So the second time I was angry, and I'd rather be cold for the first minute or two, and then be all right.
Someone help you put the harness on.
Yeah, so this is where Dave he lifted it up for everyone. He didn't help you put it on, but for every single person he lifted it up. So again, it's half its technique. I'm on my hands and knees, and I've got that lower center of gravity, bro.
To be fair, like it's probably a lot easier for you because of your lower center of gravity, and like your arms are bigger than your legs, so it's a lot easier.
And there is also, if we're being serious, the TMM factor.
TMM.
Too much muscle, bro. You know what I mean? when I've got a little weight, pulling it forward, bro, that helps, you know? And also, because I went like towards the end,
look,
these necks.
Look, I had to crouch to get through this. Like, this is a true.
Not gonna lie, my knee touched the floor on one of those necks.
If I could have done it, I'd have ripped them all.
I just started sprinting through them. Why is it lagging?
This is your real speed.
I didn't fast forward anymore, and I probably should have. And yeah, I'm having to use my hand on it, bro.
You're climbing over these barriers, aren't you?
But I'll conquer them, man. Not about that.
I want to see you climb up this pole. Wow. I got it. I guess it's a lot easier though, but when you don't have much weight on your legs to like run through this stuff. I bet you're gonna swing like George in the jungle on the
I don't swing. That's the other thing, is I kind of just go bam, 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 bam.
You're like standing up straight with your arms up. You're about 6 foot off the floor when you do the monkey bars, so it's quite natural.
Bro, again, we come down to the TMM factor. You know what I mean?
TMM. Okay. What about your legs?
No. Khalil's still hanging. Look, still at this point, he's still hanging. He's still hanging.
Because it's easier for you. Look at you.
Bro, I know it's easier for me.
Feet, bro. This is like going through hula hoops at school. Look, hula hoop. For me, this is difficult.
Oh, like representing Mills Fitness as well. I didn't notice that, bro. You know what I mean?
Even the cameraman thought, look, if cameraman thought it was me, because I lived through this. Look at that.
Chris gave me more credit than what I think I needed, where he's always ahead of me, thinking, oh, he's smashing it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really smashing it, bro.
I don't know if people can see, but this is when you had a haircut, so
I look pretty sharp now.
You look more aerodynamic.
Now, I reckon it'd add a minute to my time.
With the hair on my head, I don't know.
I look like Khabib about to go into the ring right now, bro. You know what I mean? You know, when he wears that hat thing.
I don't know, man. I feel, This is tough. I remember when you did it with me.
See, I think this is the main gas stage.
Yeah.
I feel like going through those beginning obstacles, you're like, oh yeah, I'm a little bit out of breath. Doing the tire run is like, fuck me, this
you
never
look
ends.
up and you realize you've got to do
3 lots of everything.
Jumps. Like you see, you got 2 more sets of it to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the bit that gets you gassed.
Mm-hmm. It's the jumps that do me, mate.
Yeah, I think if this.
Oh, bro, you didn't have this in the first one.
No, I didn't. What is it?
This is a tire toss. So you end up doing like a ring toss thing, where every tire you make knocks 5 seconds off your time. I was being serious with these ring toss. 8 tires, 2 per pillar.
I mean, as a fellow basketball player, I feel like I could have easily got this done quite. And also, like, I'm a lot.
These tires are heavy, bro. Remember, you aren't blowing the wind sometimes, so you ain't got that much control. It was a windy day, so I don't know if you would have needed like them.
What was you using, like Hot Wheels at your size?
But no, I reckon we've got a spare pair. You know them diving boots? They'll keep you grounded, kids.
What diving boots?
Them big heavy ones that like made of metal, so you don't blow away in the wind, bro.
No, don't worry about that. Look at this though. What's that? 6 for 6.
6 for 6. Do you know how much like I don't want to win my own event, yeah. But I don't want to do bad at my own event.
You can't do bad.
If I do bad at my own, and I've set this whole like assault course
it'd
up,
be embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's like having a wedding, and it's your wedding, but someone outdresses you.
Yeah, a little bit.
What wedding was it when like David Beckham?
But again, it's not my wedding though, bro. Because the main thing is I want everyone to have a laugh, and everyone did. And like I said, I really enjoyed that. There's elements of people just trying to finish the course and they're just getting through it, and then there's people like smashing this course and like proper competing time-wise with each other. Because I know for a fact that if you're in, it depends on your level of ability and fitness, where it's like a goal within yourself to just get around the course as quick as you can. Or now and then you go, oh, I actually want to beat that guy. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you do get that in your head. Like, I'm gutted I went so early, because if I saw people's times, I would have been raring to beat them. So I think for me, next time I'm gonna like I
think I was like 3rd to last or something in the second one. So I kind of had but not gonna lie, there was a couple of people where there was like once or twice where they were faster, and obviously because the course has changed, I added something in, so I didn't know how like my time compared to last time, if that should be the same this time, and it wasn't. It was like a minute added on pretty much, because that tire toss added about a minute on, I think. But
you must be burning here after the tire toss. What?
But not like when I got to the kegs, I couldn't feel my fingers.
How heavy is this tire? kg?
I think it's about 40, maybe 50.
40, 50.
It's just it's an awkward shape, and you can't take big steps in it because it's refined.
Once again, it's easy because your center of gravity is just
center of gravity, TMM.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, someone like me, when I lift it off the floor, like I'm actually having to lift it, so it's actually difficult. You know, I don't.
I'm not gonna lie. For you have to bend down.
Yeah,
push that tire, bro. Yeah. That's the difference.
That was a nice height for me. This looks easy, right? I'm telling you, this is a lot harder than it looks. Because everyone's like, all you gotta do is push a tire.
Yeah.
But you can't go fast because if it falls over,
you got to pick it up. That's more energy. That slows your time down.
And then you've got to like roll it forward. But if it rolls too far left.
But I'd say this is probably the longest run. And look, it ain't even that far because it's like we're going to the keg toss pit, bruv.
And this is, I think, running between is the mentally is the draining part.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I know I can go faster than this. But if you get to the event and you keep messing up, it's difficult. To be fair, I do like that there is different heights for different abilities for this.
Yeah, because we've got like the beginner's version, which is the one you saw to the left, stick cameraman. And then this one's a more advanced one. So you get to choose. There's no one saying you need to do this one or you're in this category. Bro, you can see my breath. And how many times that beard got in my mouth? I'm literally running around, barely breathing. And then I'm taking a big breath in, and a beer goes. So I'm like kind of like cough it back up again.
Look at you, look exhausted.
I am. And my sprint finish was by far the slowest sprint finish out of everyone.
Do you know when you're?
But I feel like I didn't slow down or increase pace. I started one and I kind of like kept it there. Do you know what I mean?
Is there any football going on this day?
No, there's nothing, no events, no other events this day because this was during the tier 3, so we had to socially distance people. We had to stagger the times, and because it's outdoor exercise, it was still allowed, but there was no like team sports allowed to play because obviously you can't socially distance a game of football.
I mean, when we did it, it was different. It was like we can kind of go to the pub, have a drink, socialize.
Yeah,
I can't even. I think it was like one of those where you just got.
But not gonna lie, mate, you didn't want to hang around in this because it was way too cold. You saw my breath earlier.
Yeah.
It was, if you're standing around, it was not a good time. Everyone was in puffer jackets, coats, all of it. But this is probably, like, most people, if not everyone, said the tire flips was the hardest bit. And I think it's because it's literally at the end.
It's at the end.
And the distance you got to flip it there and back is just a little bit too long.
And you'd be thinking like, oh, do I have to do 2 more flips?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you do.
It's effort. But yeah, 100% couldn't feel my fingers at this point.
You could barely grip it. But once again, like, this is a lot easier because, like,
Well, I'm
you're
more
so
so
close to the tire. It's just a lot easier for you to flip. For me, it's like it's a whole other exercise. So,
right, you're missing. You're mixing up your height for your strength. Yes, it's difficult because you ain't that strong, bro. But it's fun.
Do you have the video of when we went 1-on-1 on tire toss? How heavy was that tire? It was about what, 80 kg, 100 kg?
No, that tire toss, because it was about 100, 120 kilos. It's massive, keys, and it's just so. You say sprint finish, bro.
Are you lagging right now?
Bro, the video is slowing down, bro. That's what is happening. Jesus. I am dead.
Is the guy on the left, has he already done it? Because he's walking around like, I just want to see how fast he did it.
Yeah, no, he was.
He's not there to support you.
That's Josh. That's Josh. He represents Weight Watchers. He done the fastest time overall, but because of the tire toss factor, well, I got all mine on and he didn't get all of his on.
Yeah.
He came second then.
So that's why he's walking over there. He's not trying to say, how you doing?
No.
He's walking over to look at the stopwatch.
Yeah, what's going on over here?
What's going on? So, one.
Is that faster time, brother? Or what? You know what I mean? No, he smashed it though. Like I said, because I think his time was at least over 30 seconds under mine. And I never been like, bruv, how? Do you know what I mean?
But he
hasn't trained any of this. That's the other thing. I'll do this for like sets and workouts and outside.
But I feel like his build is more appropriate for it. Like
he's more athletic, definitely. I think he's about the same height as me, like so.
But he doesn't.
I don't know if you want to go, because you lot are short, that's why.
No, not even. From a quick assessment, he doesn't struggle with TMM at all.
No, everyone does, mate. It's a burden I've got to carry. You know what I mean?
It's an ugly burden to carry.
What ugly, bro?
Why?
What a beautiful thing to have.